Hi, we're going to be working on Sailor's Hornpipe. First off, I want to start out with a scale. We need to know the notes on the sol string, because sol or G string, because we'll be playing notes in this piece on the sol string, as well as the re string and the la string. We don't see really any notes on the mi string. Okay, so we're going to start out with just going through and saying the notes, the names of the notes. So we have on the sol string, sol, la, si, and do, re, do, si, la, sol. Now in this piece, it is different because in the key of re major on the sol string, which we didn't really play a lot of the sol string in the Suzuki book in the key of re major with two sharps, but here we have sometimes, and I'll tell you when we have them, I'll write them in the part, we'll have what's called a high three, where we do sol, la, si, and then we're going to add a whole step instead of a half step. So instead of here, we're going to add another whole step, so I could put my finger in between. Okay? So again, sol, la, si, and on do, there's going to be that whole step. Okay? And then re, do, si, la, sol. Let's try it again. And sol, la, si, do, re, do, si, la, sol. So I want you to practice, plucking the notes, and you can also try it with the bow. So, for example, we play the normal scale on the sol string. So we have sol, la, si, do with the half step, re, do, si, la, sol. Now let's try it with the whole step between 2 and 3. Okay? And sol, la, si, whole step, do, re, do, si, la, sol. You'll need to practice that many times to make sure it's correctly in tune. One other thing that you can try with both of those is starting from third finger. You can try it from the high three. How corresponds? Now we can try the cool crossbuns with the normal three. Alright, so to talk about the music, Sailor's Hornpipe, I've never heard this piece before, but there is a recording of it that I will send you. But also I'll play each of the passages here. One thing that I want you to know, just like with the perpetual motion, there's a lot of music, but a lot of it is copy-paste. Okay, so for instance, letter A is exactly the same as letter F, with I believe, very little difference, if any at all. Letter B and G are the same. B, G, and H are the same, okay, with very little difference. And we'll circle the parts that are different, but it's great to have those patterns. Letter C and D are the same, with very little difference. Letter E, you have 8 measures, and then copy-paste, the exact same thing. So there's letter A, B, C, and E. Those are the 4 passages that you'll need to be working on. We'll start, you should start with the first letter, the letter A. Okay? What I'm going to do is I want you to go through these steps with this piece. I want you to be listening, okay? And we need to make sure to label. I'll label what I can for you, but you label the rest for me. And when things repeat, particularly, I'll let you label them in. So, for instance, I'll label letter A, you label letter F. I label letter B, you label letter G. Okay? So I'm going to play, and also the rhythm. You're going to need to know the difference between your tas, your ts, your ta'as that last for 2 beats. Those are the notes that are not filled in. Okay? And then also the ta-a-ahs, the notes that have that are not filled in, that have the little dot next to them. Those last for 3 beats because the dot adds an extra half of the original beat. Okay, so I'm going to play letter A. I want you to listen, and then I want you to try to sing along. You can try to sing along. You can try to clap the rhythm. It's very important that you get a sense of the rhythm first, because it's not just like playing the pieces out of the Suzuki book. Again, this is an ensemble piece. So this is the beginning up to letter B. And I will do the repeat. You need to pay attention to the repeats. You repeat from the repeat sign back to letter A, and then the second time you play the second ending. I'll play slowly. 1. Now the high 3, rest, 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 rest. Repeat, rest, 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 rest. Okay, so that's the beginning up to letter B. Now, we also have letter B, which I will play. This starts on a normal 3. Okay, so in the first passage we had high 3, in this passage we have normal 3.